Thank you to Christopher Arnold for these two suggestions. Hello everybody. Welcome to another preview and prediction video. This is JT Productions. Today I will be doing the Ohio State Buckeyes. Last season, Ohio State went 11-2, 8-1 in the Big Ten, with losses to Oregon at home and on the road at Michigan. Ohio State had some big wins as well, especially in the Rose Bowl against Utah, Michigan State at home, Penn State at home, and of course, their whole Big Ten schedule. Ohio State is bringing back a lot on both sides of the ball. They did lose Chris Olave and Garrett Wilson, but they didn't really matter because they have Marvin Harrison Jr., Julian Fleming, and Jackson Smith and Jigba. Right now, I'd say that Ohio State is wide receiver U. They brought back Paris Johnson in the offensive line, and C.J. Stroud, probably, in my opinion, the second best quarterback in college football right now, debatably. Trevion Henderson is back at running back. He'll be a home run hitter for them. And then on defense, you have a pretty good defense with a lot of notable names, including Taron Vincent, Zach Harrison, Tommy Eichenberg, Josh Proctor, Ronnie Hickman, and others such as that. The one thing that Ohio State needs to make sure of is that they have their defense figured out with the new defensive coordinator that they got. That was what hurt them at the beginning of the season last year and near the end against Michigan. If they can get their run defense figured out, they'll be fine. So, let's go ahead and jump right into this. Ohio State 2022. Week 1, you have a big game at home against Notre Dame. Notre Dame's not the team they were last year. They lost Kyron Williams and Jack Cohn. I do think they'll be competitive in this game. If Ohio State's run defense is as bad or worse than it was last year, Notre Dame will test Ohio State, just like Minnesota did at the beginning of the season last year. So I think Ohio State gets the win just because of how much firepower they have against Notre Dame. Week 2 against Arkansas State, that's going to be a win. Toledo next week, it's going to be a win, tune-up game. Week 4, you have Wisconsin at home. I think at this point, Wisconsin's offense is going to be as putrid as it has always been. Graham Mertz is not the answer. He throws too many turnovers. I think Ohio State wins a big one at home against Wisconsin. Then you have Rutgers at home for your 5th straight home game. I think Rutgers is on the right track. With Greg Schiano, I just don't think that they're going to be up to the task against Ohio State. I think they get a win. I think Ohio State gets a win against Rutgers. Then you're 5-0 going to your Week 6 matchup against Michigan State in East Lansing. I think Michigan State's going to take a little step back. They did get a transfer running back in. I don't think it's going to make as much of an impact as Kenneth Walker did. So I think Ohio State wins. It may not be as big of a blowout as it was last year, but it's going to be close, I think. So 6-0 going to your bye week, and then coming out against Iowa. I think it's going to be a lower scoring game than these past few games have been, but that's not saying much. I think Ohio State beats Iowa by at least 2 or 3 scores. Iowa's offense is not good enough to keep up with Ohio State. 7-0 going to Beaver Stadium in University Park, Pennsylvania. Depending on Penn State's record, Penn State, they have a hard start to the schedule. They have to play at Auburn and other places like that. I think it's going to be close in the beginning, just like the classic Ohio State-Penn State matchups. But I think Ohio State pulls away in the second half and gets to 8-0. Then you have at Northwestern. If this was the Northwestern of 2020, 2019, or close to that, I think that they could have a chance. However, I think Ohio State is too much for Northwestern, and they go to 9-0. Next, they have Indiana at home, blowout. Indiana's not the team that were in 2020. Now they're 10-0 at Maryland. Maryland's going to be a sneaky team this year, I think. I think that their offense can score some points. I don't know about their defense to hold points. But Ohio State, they're just going to be too much, just like with all these other games. Then you have the game against Michigan. And I think that Ryan Day is going to get these guys up and ready for a rematch against the Wolverines. And I think that they're going to be angry in Columbus. Rough and rowdy, in the shoe. I think they beat Michigan and go to 12-0 on the season. Right now, them and Georgia are my only two 12-0 teams, as y'all have seen. So, that's what I got there. They will 100% go to the Big Ten championship with this record. Go play whoever from the West and most likely get a playoff bid. So, that's what I think Ohio State will do. I hope y'all all enjoyed. Let me know other teams to do in the comments. And it can be Group of 5, Power 5, just not FCS. I know nothing about FCS. So, thank you all for watching, and go Dogs.